Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like it.
Do you want something?
Oh, of course. Alright, thank you.
So, about our deal, when can I start getting those free meals?
Zara, I thought you were just helping me out as friend. I didn't think the free meals was as serious.
What do you mean? We agreed. I gave you a discount on my work because you promised me free meals for a year.
Zara, I thought you were just helping me out as a friend. I don't think it's serious.
Sam, I spent weeks designing and overseeing the renovation. I gave you a discount just because of your promise. You can just back out now.
Zara, I appreciate what you did, but I never thought this was a serious contract.
I see how it is, Sam. I thought I was working with someone I could trust.
Zara, I'm sorry if you feel upset.
I hope you realize what it has done to our friendship.
Oh no, she want to take me to the court. What I should do?
Court is now in session. This case involves Puan Zara as a plaintiff and Encik Sam as the defendant. Let us proceed. Puan Zara, please state your claim.
Your Honor, I am an interior designer. I entered into a verbal agreement with Encik Sam to decorate and design his restaurant. I promised to provide my service at a discounted rate, and in return, Encik Sam will give me a free meal for a year. Unfortunately, after I completed the work, Encik Sam refused to honor the agreement, saying that it was a friendly gesture instead of legal obligations. Thank you, Your Honor.
And you ascertain there was a mutual understanding of this term?
Yes, Your Honor. We both clearly discussed the terms.
Your Honour, the verbal agreement between plaintiff and defendant constitute a contract under the law. Therefore, there was an offer, acceptance and consideration. My client complete her end of agreement, and Encik Sam is now obligated to fulfill his promise for providing for meals a year. Thank you, Your Honour.
Encik Sam, how do you respond to this claim?
Your Honor, while we did have a conversation, it was in the spirit of friendship. I did not intend for it to be a legally binding agreement. Thank you, Honor.
Your Honor, there is a lack of arrangement and written contract indicate that there was no intention to create a legal relation. It is case of misunderstanding between friends, not a breach of arrangement.
I will consider the evidence provided and determine whether the principle of contract law apply for this verbal agreement. Is there anything further from either side?
No, Your Honour.
No, Your Honor.
Very well. I will deliberate and providing my rule in due course. After hearing the arguments and reviewing the fact of the case, this court delivered its decision. Under Section 10, Para 1 of the Contract Act 1950, all agreements are contract if they are made freely by parties competent to contract. However, for a contract to be legally enforceable, there must be an intention to create legal relations. In this case, the agreement between Zara and Sam was verbal and fall under the category of a social agreement as it was made in the spirit of friendship. According to the precedents set in Belvoir vs. Belvoir 1919, social, domestic or family agreement are not intended to create legal relation unless proven otherwise. Zara failed to provide sufficient evidence such as written communication and formal documentation to show that Sam intended the agreement to be legally binding. Therefore, this court concludes that the agreement cannot be enforced and the case is dismissed.
paying.
What do you mean you're not paying? I worked hard to just create this office. We already had an agreement.
This isn't about your work lah, Zara. Do you remember what you did to me in high school last year?
High school? That were years ago. What does that have to do with this?
You hurt me lah, Zara. Now it's my turn.
Look man, this is business, not personal. We signed a contract. I did my job and you agreed to pay me.
I don't care about the contract lah, Zara. It's about teaching you a lesson.
Hey, you can't just ignore the contract. I worked hard for this project. You don't get to punish me over something that happened years ago.
So what? Are you gonna take me to the court?
Yes! You're breaking the law, Lukman. Pay me what you owe or I'll take legal action.
Are you sure about this?
Yes! I'm serious, Lukman. This is about respect and professionalism. I'm giving you a chance to fix it, don't make it worse.
Okay, right. See you in court, bro.
Court is now in session for the case of Puan Zara as the plaintiff and Encik Lokman as the defendant. Puan Zara, please state your claim.
Your Honour, I entered into a formal agreement with Encik Lukman to provide interior design services for his office. Now, I already completed the work as agreed, but now he refused to pay me despite of our past relationship. I believe this contract is legally binding and personal matters should not interfere with our professional obligations. That's it, Your Honour. Thank you.
Thank you, Puan Zara. Mr. Adib, as a counsel for the plaintiff, do you have anything to add?
Yes, Your Honour. The contract between my client and Encik Lokman is formal agreement, complete with clear terms and mutual intention to create legal obligation. Regardless of their personal history, the defendant is bound to fulfill his end of the contract by compensating my client for the work done. Thank you.
Encik Lokman, how do you respond for this claim?
Your Honour, while it is true we had a contract before, my refusal to pay is justified. Zara betrayed me in our past relationship and I cannot separate those emotions from this professional agreement.
Your Honour, will the contract exist? The defendant emotion is distress caused by the plaintiff's past action. It raises a question about the validity of the agreement. It is clear that this matter is deeply personal and affect the defendant ability to perform under the contract.
Are you suggesting that personal grievance override the professional and legal obligations created by a formal contract?
Not like that, Your Honour. But we believe the court should consider the emotional contact when evaluating this matter.
Your Honour, in this contract is irrelevant for this case. The contract is legally binding. Encik Lokman, personal feeling cannot excuse his breach of the agreement.
Thank you, Counsel. I will deliberate and announce my ruling shortly. Court is adjourned. After hearing the arguments and reviewing the fact of the case, this court delivered its decision. In this circumstance, a formal agreement was signed by both parties, clearly indicating the intention to create legal relation as required by the Contract Act 1950. The agreement was a commercial transaction and as established in the case of Balda Toyibah, Lantas Sudah Berhad, Rasdai Hangru, Infra Sudah Berhad. Business arrangement carry a strong presumption of legal intent. Lokman attempt to avoid fulfilling his contractual obligation based on personal issue is irrelevant in the eyes of the law. This court finds that the formal agreement is valid and enforceable. Zara is entitled to the payment agreed upon, and Lokman is legally required to honor the terms of the contract. This court therefore ruled in favor of Zara.
ご覧いただきありがとうございます。